Commonly, learners ask how to convert ER diagrams into tables. In this tutorial, we'll break down the conversion process. Our end goal is a clear relational schema design. Let's start with the first step in the process. Begin by converting the entities into tables. Assume we have two entities, student and course. For the student table, include these columns: student ID as the primary key, name for the student's name, age for the student's age, email for the student's contact. Next, let's define the course table. It should have these columns: course ID as the primary key, course name for the name of the course, duration for the duration of the course. Now, we'll convert the relationship into a table. Here, the many-to-many relationship needs a linking table. Create the enrollment table with these columns: student ID as a foreign key, course ID as another foreign key, enroll date for the date of enrollment, status to indicate the enrollment status. Both student ID and course ID become foreign keys. Their combination forms a composite key. Why do we use a composite key here? A student can enroll in multiple courses. A course can contain multiple students too. However, the same student cannot enroll in the same course twice. Let's move to adding constraints to our tables. In the student table, ensure student ID is the primary key. Email is unique. In the course table, course ID should be the primary key. In the enrollment table, student ID is a foreign key referencing student. Course ID is a foreign key referencing course. Next, we add attribute types and domain constraints. For example, student ID is an integer and primary key. Email is a varchar with a unique constraint. Age is an integer with a check constraint for positive values. Course name is a varchar that is not null. This structure ensures a clean table design. Now, let's discuss weak entities. The primary key for a weak entity combines its partial key and the main entity's key. For instance, the payment entity depends on student. The weak entity table includes payment ID, student ID as a foreign key, amount as a column. Simple attributes convert directly into columns. For composite attributes, split them into subcolumns. For example, an address could become street, city, state, and pin code. Derived attributes are calculated, not stored directly. For instance, age can be derived from the date of birth. Next, we'll consider how relationship types convert. For a one-to-one relationship, place a foreign key on either side. For a one-to-many, place a foreign key on the many side. For many-to-many relationships, create a new linking table. Let's see a real example for practicals. Consider the bank ER model with customer, account, and transaction entities. The relational schema might look like this: customer, cust ID as PK, name, phone. Account, account ID as PK, cust ID as FK, balance. Transaction, trans ID as PK, account ID as FK, amount, date. In summary, we learned how to convert ER models into relational schemas. Each entity becomes a table. Attributes are columns, and relationships are foreign keys. For many-to-many relationships, we create separate joining tables. This structure ensures correctness and proper database design. Now, go ahead and apply what you have learned today. If this tutorial helped you, like, share, and subscribe. In the next video, we'll dive into SQL command languages. Stay tuned.